it called? I also was like listening to that podcast you told us about, and how like IOTA is a little bit different from Ethereum and
it's very different,
Bitcoin,
yeah.
because of like there's like, well, in the blockchain system, where like the blockchain system like it's one dimensional, and then IOTA is basically, he was saying it's like more like a graph where it's like 2-dimensional.
The Tangle, yeah.
Yeah,
Tangle. I heard about the Tangle. That's
that's
what
what
I
I
was saying.
And how like it's a little bit more in depth than the blockchain, because like you have
You take
more
the
than
signatures out.
yeah, you have like more than one what's it called? You're like adding 2 different dimensions basically.
Yeah, it's 2 papers. It's one for signatures and then one for your transactions. So it's like almost you could fit more on that one ledger than before. Because if I remember, you got the transaction and you got the signature. Yeah, it's crazy.
And I think IOTA has so much potential. Like all of this shit that these other blockchains are debating about, even Ethereum. I love Ethereum. I think it's full of wind. But IOTA has already surpassed all of that stuff.
They're like future. That's what I was telling you. It was like
and so have some other cryptos. You guys.
When we get on this group chat, you guys talk about
No, we just like messaged each other like randomly, and then we were because I bought IOTA and then I started researching, and I was like, dude, should I keep this? Because this is way too future. And it's true, because IOTA is future. And
you sound like a group chat.
yeah, I don't know. But like you say, like IOTA is, and I don't mean like future like next week or next month or next year. I mean like future like in the next 5 to 10 years. Like,
I don't.
Yeah, like,
that's what it's looking
like
like.
what I was talking about, I was telling like how like, okay, the blockchain is still pretty new. I mean, honestly, it's if you're in like the circle, it's pretty outdated now, because like the ideas that like all these new companies that are starting up are like just building off the blockchain and like improving it. So it's literally like Bitcoin and all that. It's like it's a poster child for cryptocurrency. You know, like everybody
MySpace.
they hear that, okay, boom, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. But then it's like these companies are already surpassing Bitcoin, and it's just like they're so new though that they're underground.
Yeah, you don't know
Nobody
the
knows
scale.
about them. They're literally
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah, it's crazy because you don't know the scale. It's like when you're in this whole crypto thing, for other people this may sound crazy, like, oh, Bitcoin, what the, you know?
Yeah.
But when you're already in like the loop of cryptocurrency and you hear about IOTA, you don't really know like where, like how far is this stuff gonna go? You're just like, damn, like you're learning shit every day. They're coming out with new things on it, and it's almost like you get lost because it's like is Ether gonna be crazy? Is IOTA? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't see a popularity. You don't know like.
Yeah, you don't see that. It's like, you know,
Well,
it's all
Yeah.
judgment at this point, because like I said, these YouTube videos that I'm watching are like 500 views,
Everyone
400.
knows the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, generally speaking, to comment on that, I think, you know, for me at least, and I think a lot of people, that you'll have bad days to where you're like, you start to doubt it. You're like, man, is this really even gonna pop off or whatever? Like you were saying, like, should I keep this or should I sell it or what? But then you'll have days like last night. I was feeling kind of meh, and then I watched that banking on Bitcoin, and it just like, it got me fucking pumped up. Like it just like reignited my sentiment about just the profound meaning and implications behind cryptocurrency. So it just gave me so much more confidence. But I mean, crypto, going back to Crypto's channel, he made, because Bitcoin's been going up and all the other coins have been going down, even Ethereum. It just stayed at 300. I was expecting this DevCon conference to cause a huge spike in Ethereum. Nothing happened. And I have something to say about that as well. But he made a video, you should watch it, about that same sentiment of, you know, feeling down about it, and, you know, should I just sell all this for Bitcoin because that seems to be the only thing? But he was talking about how he's been through it before, to where there was dips like this, to where all his altcoins and shit were going down, and he actually did. He sold them all for Bitcoin, and he was talking about how he pretty much regretted it.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
But exactly. But I think with the DevCon thing, if you watch some of the actual talks, when I was watching the live stream, 90% of all that shit was like, it just went over my head. I didn't understand, because these are the coders. These are the actual coders talking about the cutting edge shit. All of the new implementations for the future of Ethereum that they haven't even really that they're implementing now and in the future, shit was going way over my head. And I think that might be one of the reasons why, is that I can't even understand that shit, and I've been
Because
in
they
crypto for
barely
months and months
understand
and
it.
months, and I'm trying to be a computer programmer, and I still don't fucking understand it. So the average person,
No,
they're gonna be
way over there. Even cryptocurrency is so hard to
they're gonna be
explain
like,
to
this is for nerds.
people. Yeah, like that's OD. This is like programming humor. I think on Reddit I see that a lot, and I'm just like so mad that I'm just like, what the fuck are they talking about? Why is it so funny?
But-
Why you got so much likes?
But here's the thing, here's what you have to think about. Think about, even you guys, both you guys got some nice ass Apple laptops, right? Do you understand all of the ways that that thing actually works? Hell no! But we use them every day anyways. I don't understand all the inner workings of how my cell phone works, or even the Java code that I'm trying to learn, but that doesn't prevent me from using it. Same thing, you know, my 60-year-old dad or whatever, he wasn't even around when all of this, this shit wasn't around when he was a kid, but he could still learn it, and he uses it every day. Like, that's where economics is now, is all on the internet.
I think that's why, like, the thing is, like, since it's not mainstream, like, everyone's already, like, so surpassed. So that's why everything, like, since it was mainstream, like, people still don't know about this. But it's already super surpassed. Like, they're already developing, so it's like Chinese. Because it's still, people are still developing new shit. Like, I barely know anything about it. And like, it's just like, it's hard to know because it's not mainstream. People are not seeing it every day. It's not like, it's going, for me, it's looking like A to Z. Like, I didn't see B yet, I didn't get to see C, because it's not mainstream. It's not something I see every day. I'm not seeing it grow.
They're not
It
growing
grew
now.
like this. Like, from a little seed, it's already like, it looks grown to me. That's why it's hard to understand it, because you're not seeing, you didn't get to see the growth through it.
Yeah, that's why.
Well,
That's why I go through the history, like when, like in the Bitcoin, we talk about from, you know, what type of people started the cypherpunks. Like, we talk about only the cypherpunks knew about Bitcoin in 2008. No, literally nobody but computer programmers that were in that cypherpunk circle knew about it, and literally they invested on it, and millionaires now because of it. Because you have to be that ahead of people, because it's like, if you're not in that far deep range thought of knowledge with those people, then
Because that
Yeah,
just like
it's just
programming.
Chinese.
Wow.
It's hard. to
It's like
understand.
programming, like code, like no one wants to learn that. And people know about it, but they don't even want to take the time to even learn about it.
Yeah.
Like people will sit here and just be ignorant and just be just happy and content with not even knowing about like what goes into doing stuff.
There's a barrier to entry for sure.
There's a barrier to entry, and that barrier is big because like
Yeah.
there's not an easy way for people to understand crypto.
Well-
Even for me, like if I try to explain it to somebody, I send them a text. I'm like, yo, you need to watch the video, bro. I haven't sent a text to like 30 people. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my part. Put these guys on. If they don't want to get put on, then it's fine.
Yeah.
One person was like, yo, I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna start, but didn't watch. You know what I'm saying? So one video is not enough to get people hooked on cryptocurrency. And at the same time, one video is not enough to explain to people
Yeah.
about cryptocurrency.
I think in those situations, what you gotta do is, because I've, like, for example, these meetings now, I've created for myself outlets to talk with people like you guys are into it now. So, in all of my close, like, inner circle, I've already tried to talk about, and I've figured out who I can talk to about it and stuff, so I'm kind of past that phase. But yeah, when you first get into it, you want to tell everybody and let people know about the revolution. But yeah, if they don't, you can't force them. But what you got to do is you got to take all that energy that you want to let people know about it and just use it to keep educating yourself. But then when you do that, you get more pumped
You
up
get
about
crazy,
it.
and
Yeah,
then
you're
that's
like,
the thing.
oh fuck, man, check this out. Like, huh?
And that's the thing, like you said in class, you're like, all those creative people are crazy. That's what ordinary people see them
Because
as.
they're not doing the normal thing.
They're not.
Then there's something
They're
going on.
weird,
They
they're
might-
crazy.
yeah.
That's the thing, that's why I know, I caught myself like, I stopped saying people are weird like months ago because,
they're lazy.
yeah, I was like, man, those, not even though, just like regularly, like people doing like just crazy shit, like, you know.
I'm beyond weird. I'm beyond, you know I'm fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm beyond, I'm not all in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that, but that's the thing, that's what normal people think, like,
What
damn,
is-
this dude's weird, put him to the side, he's weird. But not trying to figure out why this dude is the way he is,
Mhm.
is what messes people up, because
You
that's what
know?
messed me up, because I called somebody weirdly like a couple months ago, and I was like, why did I just call him weird? Just because I'm not into that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's what
There's
starts.
no-
That's what starts like people following people because
Yeah.
if this guy's different, you're like, oh, I kind of want to be like that, and then starts a trail.
That's
of-
how it is, and it's crazy.
You gotta be that person to take that step.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. Like you said, you'll look crazy, but
I really don't care.
Who cares, yo? At the end of the day, like, we're here talking about cryptocurrency. Somebody came here, they think we're all weird as fuck.
Yeah, are you guys wearing foils?
Yeah, it's hard to keep up cryptocurrency to tell them about your video. And no, some people don't want to sit through an 8-minute video. I feel like these meetings are a lot easier to go into because you can talk to people.
Yeah,
Subjects can
exactly.
change.
But look, it's just us. At the end of the day, you know.
Mhm.
So
Like
that just
how-
shows. I mean, people are really interested.
Like,
in
I think like the easiest way like to like go in Bitcoin, I kind of just like, it's like a different type of stock. Like
Yeah.
investing in stock. And that's where you could build off from there. And you tell them, you know, you can buy a certain amount of Bitcoin. I think like that's where you start at.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
right.
like when they want to know more, like, yo, Bitcoin isn't only like making money off, there's other industries into it, there's more stuff to it. And then that's how you like ease them. You can't just like
Yeah.
throw the whole plate on them and just
Yeah.
like understand this. Like, it's something you have to ease into them. And that's why like the media, that's why it's not mainstream, because it's gotten so advanced and it's been so on the ground. Like the fact that to put it on like the mainstream is just like, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, even now, man, like everything's so crazy and futuristic. It's like people are intimidated. They're like, damn, nah, man, I'm not even gonna be on
Yeah.
this.
Well, that's the thing. Going back, I wanted to say what you guys were saying about how it's, you don't know about it, and then you get into it, like you guys are, and then it's so overwhelming because you go from
Yeah.
zero to hero, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's so many thousands of like crypto projects. But I think that's just the time that we're in, you know. Because if you got into it 4 years ago, it was only Bitcoin, but now there's thousands of different cryptocurrencies and projects. So I think that's just the phase that the space is in now. You know, we just have all these hundreds and thousands of ICOs and people creating new coins. You know, a lot of them just trying to get rich or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of legitimate projects too, but I think there will come a time when 90% of these fall away, and there's going to be a select 5 or 10 at the top that are just winners. Because it's kind of like, I mean, I guess you could just think about the internet, you know, to where even using the internet, you kind of only need to know about a certain select 5 to 10 websites, and that just gives you access to everything else. Like, all you gotta know is Google, Amazon,
Email.
Gmail, which is Google. Like, what else? You know, like, as long as you know, Facebook, like, as long as you know Google, Facebook,
YouTube, that's it.
YouTube, and Amazon, I mean, Google just gives you access to
To everything,
If you know how
literally.
to Google shit, then
You're fine, you're good. Right?
So it's like-
Shopping.
That's where Google makes its money, because
Yeah.
it knows to dumbify it for all the regular
Yeah.
people.
Apple, like,
As soon as you-
user friendly as hell.
As soon as like cryptocurrency gets like
Dumbified.
dumbified is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's what we're waiting on. But the thing is, the system is so complicated that it can't be dumbified.
I feel like
Could be.
there's not even to a point, we're not even close to be able to dumbify,
Oh,
because
not.
they're still.
They're still doing
like,
everything.
Still coders themselves are trying to
Yeah.
perfect the system, like, it's not perfect, and they wanted to get it better, and it's literally just gonna improve and improve and improve.
I think that's why
But
this
you
time is so
can't-
cool.
You can't even do
Yeah.
anything about
Because
it.
like, imagine when it is like big, and we were like, man, we remember when it was like, it's like when you talk about the internet coming, you remember when the internet was like, you gotta like dial in to get there and shit.
that gives me goosebumps too, because it's like, I think like if we get more into this now as much as possible, we could be flying high.
Dude.
In 10 years from now, we could retire.
Yeah.
You know.
When I thought about the whole degree thing, I was like, damn, dude, like I could literally go to a fucking financial job. Yo, I know everything about cryptocurrency from the start to the finish. I can program.
It's the bleeding edge.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is the future shit.
Yeah, if you look at like entrepreneurs who like Mark Cuban, he's one of my favorite entrepreneurs, because like literally he took the simplest thing, just because he knew more about computers than everybody did at the time. He literally took the simplest idea of just taking news articles from like New York Times, because they didn't have a website back then. So he took articles from like New York Times and like the LA, whatever the hell you call it, and he literally just put it on a website for people to read. And literally he made billions off of that.
I think
Because
the Shark Tank, like